Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rosa, and welcome to episode 304 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. The show's on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe in your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. There were no big games out last week, but the games coming out this week include Love, Breakout Beyond, Tale of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, Car Go, Akatsuki, Lord of the Dawn, Rocket Rats, The First Berserker, Kazan, Atomfall, Blue Wednesday, Kemino Heroes, Glad Mort, Tunguska, The Visitation, Complete Edition, Bouncy Bread, Dollhouse Behind the Broken Mirror, Kara Fantasy, and Star Leaping Story. There are some new games you can either play now and or coming soon to Game Pass, and they include the following. You can now play 33 Immortals game preview on cloud, PC, and Series X and S, Octopath Traveler 2, Series X and S, Train Sim World 5 on console, Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island on cloud, console, and PC. On March 25th, you can play Blizzard Arcade Collection on console and PC, and Atomfall, cloud, console, and PC on March 27th. Hearing some good things out of the previews for that game. Really intrigued that people are saying it's a more survival Fallout 3. Very interesting indeed. Then lastly, on March 26th, Game Pass Core members can now play Batman Arkham Knight, Monster Sanctuary, and Tunic. Now on to last week's biggest news stories, and we have 5 to cover this week. Number 1, here's the Steam on Xbox evidence Microsoft didn't want you to see. Tom Warren at The Verge writes, Microsoft revealed earlier this year that it's combining the best of Xbox and Windows together for handhelds, and now the company is starting to drop the first hints at what the UI might look like. In a blog post about Xbox, quote, opening a billion doors, end quote, Microsoft briefly revealed a new Xbox UI that looks a lot more console-like across multiple devices and even appears to list Steam games. After briefly posting an image of a new Xbox UI across multiple devices, Microsoft quickly removed it once The Verge inquired about it. The image has a new Xbox UI that can be seen on a TV where you can clearly see the Steam label listed. The same UI with the Steam mention is also shown on the tablet and handheld versions. While the image appears to be a mock-up with owned games listed twice as well as action-adventure titles, I don't think the Steam label here is necessarily a mistake. Sources familiar with Microsoft's plans tell me that the company is currently working on an Xbox app update that will show every game you have installed on your PC. That includes games from Steam and the Epic Games Store, and I understand Microsoft will label these games accordingly. I'm told Microsoft is still in the early stages of this Xbox app update, so the company might never ship the feature to list all your Steam games. But this mocked-up image shows how they might show up eventually. Xbox chief Phil Spencer has also previously hinted that PC stores like Epic Games Store and itch.io could one day arrive on Xbox consoles. Microsoft has been also working on making the Xbox app the home of PC gaming, and listing Steam games in the app would certainly help. GOG has a similar system in place so you can see games you own on PC across multiple launchers. I asked Microsoft to comment on the appearance of this Xbox app UI, but the company didn't respond in time for publication. Did they accidentally post this image with the little Steam filter on there, and then take it down to just build up some hype? Who knows, but this is what Xbox has been communicating that they want. They want to be the core of your gaming experience across any device that you want. And this makes sense. I still don't quite understand, and this isn't a new theory, of how it's really going to work monetarily for Steam games on Xbox consoles and how the money gets split up there. But if Xbox really does want to survive in the gaming space, this does seem like the best approach. Number 2, Xbox Series X and S sales now trailing almost 20% behind Xbox One in the US. Ben Carey at Pure Xbox writes, Xbox Series X and S consoles have been out in the wild for more than 4 years at this point, and new data suggests that the pair of consoles are lagging well behind Xbox One's performance at this time last generation. Now we must add that this data is coming from Circana, who solely focuses on US sales, but according to their numbers, Xbox Series X and S is 19% behind Xbox One in the region after 52 months on the market. Although the Xbox One had a tough start to its life, this news should probably come as no surprise at this point. Microsoft continued to push its latest generation console with big promotions and price cuts over the years, while also introducing the all-powerful Xbox One X in 2017, of course. It's been a very different story with Series X and S, particularly recently. In fact, Microsoft has largely pivoted to pushing Xbox as a software brand with a strong focus on Game Pass, Xbox Cloud Gaming, and recently multi-platform releases. The team insists that Xbox hardware is still important, backed up by recent reports of multiple consoles coming in 2025 and 2027, but its focus on Series X and S specifically is definitely starting to wane at this stage. This really is no surprise, but getting harder and harder to understand the numbers, and at a certain point why Microsoft would continue to push hardware in the space, and that's upsetting. I have really always loved my Xbox hardware. I was even a huge user of the Xbox One original interface with the Kinect. Xbox On, Xbox Go to Netflix, Xbox Play The Office. Pretty much did that every day of my life for a few years there. And I love my Series X console, and obviously I am a huge fan a la 304 straight weeks of an Xbox podcast, but I just love interacting with my Xbox far more than my PlayStation 5. I love those first-party games on Sony's platform, but the user interface, the controller, I do just love the Xbox hardware. But it does seem like there's actually a chance that the next generation of Xbox consoles could actually be the last. Number 3, Assassin's Creed Shadows crosses 1 million players on launch day, Ubisoft says. Wesley Impel at IGN writes, Assassin's Creed Shadows saw over 1 million players on launch day, Ubisoft has announced. The game released on PC, PS5, and Series X and S on March 20th. And just before 4 p.m. in Canada, Ubisoft took to social media to say it had crossed the 1 million player mark. Quote, it's not even 4 p.m. here in Canada, and Assassin's Creed Shadows has already passed 1 million players, end quote, Ubisoft said. Quote, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining this adventure in feudal Japan. We are beyond excited to start this journey with you, end quote. While 1 million players on launch day is an impressive achievement, it's difficult to gauge success when Ubisoft itself hasn't offered sales figures or indeed a sales target. What we do know is that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the top-selling video game globally on Steam right now. Valve's chart sorts products by revenue, so we can say Ubisoft game is currently bringing in more money than any other on the platform. We also have early days Steam concurrent figures. According to official stats from Valve's platform, Assassin's Creed Shadows hit a peak player concurrent figure of 41,412 on Steam on launch day. Assassin's Creed Shadows released on a Thursday, so it is expected that this figure will grow as we head into the game's first weekend on sale. We'll have a better picture of its performance on Steam next week and in the weeks ahead. Neither Sony nor Microsoft make player numbers public. For some context, BioWare's single-player RPG Dragon Age the Veilguard launched on Steam on Thursday, October 31st, 2024, and saw a peak of 70,414 players on Valve's platform. I want to highlight this as this is a good initial story for Assassin's Creed Shadows, but it seems like the expectations for what this game needs to do to quote-unquote save Ubisoft with all the stories we've been reporting on the show over the last few months, that they're looking for buyers, that Chinese megacorp Tencent might be interested in acquiring them, that they might be selling off, that they might go private again. They need this game to truly succeed. At least it seems like players are enjoying the game, so that's a good first start. We'll see how the sales figures net out over the next month. Number 4, Phil Spencer says more movies and TV shows based on Xbox games are on the way. Jason Finelli at Video Games Chronicle writes, Xbox head Phil Spencer says the upcoming Minecraft film won't be the last time we see a movie or TV show based on an Xbox IP. A Minecraft movie is set to debut in theaters on April 4th, with Jack Black starring as longtime series hero Steve, appearing alongside Jason Momoa, Danielle Brooks, Emma Myers, and Sebastian Eugene Hansen. Speaking to Variety ahead of the movie's launch, Spencer commented on Hollywood's recent interest in video game properties, with movies like the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy among the most successful examples. Spencer says Xbox is still, quote, learning and growing, end quote, through the process of adapting its games to film and TV, and that it's embracing the Hollywood spirit of trial and error. Quote, we learned from doing Halo, we learned from doing Fallout, so all these build on themselves, end quote, Spencer said in the interview. Quote, obviously we'll have a couple that miss, but what I'd say to the Xbox community that likes this work is you're going to see more because we're gaining confidence and we're learning through this, end quote. The Halo series debuted on Paramount Plus in 2022 with Pablo Schreiber cast in the lead role of Master Chief. 2 full seasons were produced, with the last episode airing in March 2024, before the series was cancelled in July 2024. Fallout, meanwhile, premiered on Amazon Prime in 2024 and quickly became one of the streaming platform's most popular shows. The first series garnered 17 Emmy nominations, including Outstanding Drama Series, and Walton Goggins for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. A Minecraft movie first began production in 2015 under the direction of Deadpool and Wolverine director Shawn Levy. The idea was passed to multiple directors, including Rob McElhenney of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame, before landing on Jared Hess, whose previous directorial credits include Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, and Gentlemen Broncos. Well, I'm glad to hear Phil say that they're learning and growing. That certainly is acknowledging. The fail will say that is Halo. I watched the first season. I don't think it was trash. I just really don't know what they were doing. Why even make that a Halo show if those were the decisions you were making? Fallout, however, was incredible, and Minecraft, I don't know. We shall see. More to come. We've been hearing rumors for years and years of Dave Bautista in a Gears of War movie and show. That one, I'd be really interested in. And number 5, Roundup. All the Xbox reveals from the Future Game Show Spring Showcase 2025. Fraser Gilbert at Pure Xbox writes, the first edition of the Future Game Show in 2025 has just wrapped today in the form of the Spring Showcase. And it brought us plenty of Xbox reveals along the way, including brand new game announcements. It was a long event, so to save you rooting through it all for the Xbox stuff, we've picked out every single trailer from the Future Game Show Spring Showcase that featured the Xbox symbol during its trailer or description. 1. Clair Obscura Expedition 33 Mael character trailer, April 24th, 2025, and on Game Pass. Number 2. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny Remaster Developer Diary, May 23rd, 2025. 3. Once Upon a Puppet gameplay trailer, April 23rd, 2025. Revenge of the Savage Planet live-action trailer, May 8th, 2025, and on Game Pass. System Shock 2 Remaster release date trailer, June 26, 2025. Mandragora launch trailer, June 26, 2025. Chains of Freedom gameplay trailer, April 15, 2025. South of Midnight gameplay overview, April 8th, 2025, on Xbox Game Pass. Finding Frankie story trailer, April 15th, 2025. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord War Sales reveal trailer, June 17th, 2025. Will Follow the Light gameplay trailer, TBD 2025. Cloudheim gameplay overview, TBD 2025. Section 13 gameplay trailer, May 2025. Metal Eden gameplay trailer, May 6, 2025. Mecha Break open beta gameplay trailer, TBD 2025. FBC Firebreak gameplay trailer, summer 2025 and coming to Game Pass. Reanimal gameplay overview, TBD. Chronos The New Dawn gameplay overview, TBD 2025. And Painkiller reveal trailer, fall 2025. Gotta be honest, still gonna check out this showcase, and I didn't even know this was coming, but it seems like there was actually a significant number of at least trailers and some announcements, so it's worth checking out. Some early previews have been coming out of FBC Firebreak, and for those who don't know, this is Remedy Entertainment a la Control and Alan Wake's attempt at a multiplayer co-op first-person shooter, FBC for Federal Bureau of Control, and it actually looks pretty dope and people are saying it's pretty fun, so go check it out. As always, we end our show with fun fact about Xbox, and did you know fans are still playing the original Halo 2 online in 2025? Credit to Fraser Gilbert at Pure Xbox. The original version of Halo 2 that arrived on the OG Xbox back in 2004 no longer supports online multiplayer due to the Xbox Live servers being turned off years ago. But thanks to Insignia, it's getting a new lease of life in 2025. Over the weekend, a bunch of excited Halo fans took to social media to show off the sizable bunch of Halo 2 players that were logging into the game on Saturday, with the peak number seemingly being 148 players at once. Of course, that's just the peak number. It would seem that multiple hundreds actually logged onto the game throughout the day. The reason for the boost in players was a, quote, Halo 2 Insignia 1-year anniversary marathon, end quote, that was set up by the Halo Classics Hub team, and it clearly racked up a big interest. Insignia, as you may be aware, is a replacement service for the original version of Xbox Live that was present on the OG Xbox, and it's not the easiest thing to set up. It also requires workarounds that you should only try at your own risk. That said, we can't blame anyone for wanting to relive the classic Halo 2 on original hardware. I just think this is so cool that people are still trying to play this game from the early 2000s. Shout out to you, Xbox community, and those OG Halo 2 fans. The first game I ever played with online multiplayer all the way back then. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share it with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. Since last recording last week's episode, I've actually played a lot of Doom 2016. At periods in the past, I've played about an hour or so, but I've been really enjoying my time going through this game. Really excited to get to Doom Eternal, as they say there's a lot more traversal in that game, and that'll be the game I play next. My name is Brian Rosa. You can follow me on Xbox at Rosa93. Hope you all have a great week, stay safe, and keep on gaming.